Quake is one of those names that everyone knows. Even if they don't play games of that nature, people still just tend to know what Quake is. While it isn't quite at the level of Halo or Call of Duty with its fame, it's no doubt that even the most casual gamer will know what the game is to some degree. The series has been around now for 2.5 decades, with 6 installments and dozens of mods stemming from those titles. But something that people may not know is that Quake was the true beginning of the esports craze that we know today. There was a competition in 1997 called the Red Annihilation Tournament that drew almost 2,000 participants and is now considered to be the world's first esport event. This was a Quake tournament that saw the winner drive off in a Ferrari as the grand prize. The size crowd was unheard of prior to the event, and I'm sure that the unbelievable price of a Ferrari helped lure the folks. But for as much of an accomplishment as it was to be a forefather in this industry, that was 24 years ago, and a lot can change in a quarter century, and it has. In that time, the franchise has switched publishers, and almost none of the team working on the newest installments were even there in 1996. Hell, some of them weren't even born yet. Today, we'll be looking at Quake Champions, ID Software's latest installment in the legendary first-person shooter series. Released on August 22, 2017 into Steam's Early Access program as a PC exclusive due to the hardware restrictions of consoles. ID Software promised more fast-paced arena shooter action for fans new and old alike to sink their teeth into. But does Quake still belong at the top? Does it still offer amazingly smooth and fast-paced gameplay that it's always been known for? Well, to answer that, we have to do what we here at the Mook Nation do best, and that's dig in and give you the 3 most important things to help you determine whether or not this great-great-grandchild of one of esports' founding fathers is worth your extremely valuable time and hard drive space. I'm Mookie from the Mook Nation. Before we begin, let's make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click that little bell icon so that you get notified every time new Mook Nation videos get uploaded. It's really simple to do, it doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps out the channel tremendously. Also, do not forget to smash that like button and leave a comment telling us what you like or dislike about Quake Champions. Or if you just want to tell us about some of your fondest Quake memories, well, we'd love to hear that too. Okay, enough of all that. Let's go. Number 1, the gameplay. So let's just jump directly into what I consider to be the most important thing that a Quake title must do well, and that is the gameplay. Quake in the past has always been known for its intense, high-speed, smooth first-person arena action. Well, this installment definitely brings the intensity, but what is intensity? Intensity is defined as the quality or state of being intense, especially extreme degree of strength, force, energy, or feeling, or the magnitude of a quantity, such as force or energy, per unit as of area, charge, mass, or time. Well, without a shadow of a doubt, Quake Champions checks that box in a major way. Every match has enemies bearing down on your position in brute force, causing the stress of survival that not all first-person shooter titles can capture. In true arena nature, enemies will be closing in on you from all directions, making how you handle them or deflect them absolutely critical to your survival. While the numbers game can turn the tide of a lost battle, or create a huge advantage for an assault, Quake Champions provides you with enough power and force through its weaponry, character skills, abilities, and fluid movement to meet these advantages or disadvantages head-on, always giving you the chance to come out of the scenario victorious. Well, assuming you have the skills to utilize the tools being provided, that is. So Quake still brings the intensity, and I'm glad to say it's doing it at an incredibly fun and fast pace. Matches can increase the already present intensity and stress with just how fast-paced these matches can become. From the moment the match begins to the moment it ends, you'll find yourself constantly on the move, chasing, avoiding, and charging enemies. There will be bullets and explosions everywhere, keeping you on the edge of your seat as you try to fight your way to victory in the ever-so-chaotic round of slaughter. As I already said, the movement is fluid. You can absolutely tell developers are no stranger to this genre of game, as every bit of your experience feels refined and natural. Controls are well optimized, the frame rate is stable, and everything feels exactly as you would expect or better. So yeah, it's smooth. From a gameplay standpoint, I'm insanely happy with Quake Champions. It absolutely lives up to the standard the game has set for itself over the course of 2.5 decades. Quake Champions absolutely still brings the fun, fast, and smooth gameplay to the table in 2021. And it brings me great joy every time I step into the arena. I always know that it's going to be a little bit crazy from the very start to the very gruesomely chaotic end. So if it's non-stop, insanely fun, fast-paced action you want, you've come to the right place. Number 2, customization. That's right, everyone wants to be able to trick out their character and stand out in a crowd. While Quake Champions absolutely offers character and weapon customization, it's honestly nothing to write home about. It uses the standard free and paid Battle Pass system that, to be honest, I found to be a little bit lackluster. So let's start by talking about the free Battle Pass. Now, I'd have to say that the rewards are relatively underwhelming, with about 9 out of 10 rewards being just profile icons. However, they do give you some shards, so it's not completely useless. It'll be a little bit of a grind in order to get much value out of the free Battle Pass, but the game is already free. So it's not too much of a surprise to think that they don't want to give you the best loot for free as well. I mean, after all, they gotta make money too. When it comes to the premium or paid Battle Pass, it doesn't take but a second to see the major differences. About 75% of the level earnings are vanity items, armor shaders, and weapon skins, with the occasional bundle of shards and loot boxes. So whether or not it's a good value, I guess depends on what value you personally place on your character's appearance. Now, I'm biased when it comes to Battle Passes. I'm cheap, and I feel that they're mostly a complete and utter waste of money. That's my opinion, and I understand that it's not one that most people have. However, with that said, I still do not think that the Battle Pass is worth the 1,000 Platinum or $9.99 real-world currency price tag that they've put on it. But with that being said, before we dig into what you can do with these items, shaders, and skins, I do want to say that the game does offer the ability to convert shards, that's the in-game currency they give you as rewards, into Platinum, which is the real-world currency, or currency purchased with real-world money, rather. This is at least somewhat of a consolation prize, because if you really loved the grind, and you didn't have too much of a spending problem, well, then you could actually convert your hard work into a premium Battle Pass. And with the quote-unquote hot buy currency pack of 1,100 Platinum costing $9.99 US, some cheap folks, such as myself, may find this conversion to be the only way that they would consider the steep Battle Pass cost. The conversion rate currently sits at 200 shards to 100 Platinum. Now, I'm not exactly sure how long it would take to pay off the Battle Pass, but I am assuming it's not going to be for the faint of heart. Something tells me that it may even be just as beneficial to them, as it would undoubtedly force you to spend hundreds of hours logged into their game. Alright, so now let's talk about these items, armors, and weapon skins. The customization menu is fairly straightforward, with a designated tab to change and play with all of your shiny new pieces. A lot of the armor and vanity items can be mixed and matched, allowing you to have some freedom of your character's look. So the one thing you'll see here is that some items can be unlocked from here via purchase with shards. This adds further value to the scarce amount of shards that are awarded to you via the stingy Battle Pass. I admit, the prices of these items that you can purchase with shards does seem to be fairly reasonable, maybe even priced well enough to void my complaints about the Battle Pass cost. So at the end of the day, even the quote-unquote free players will have some relatively decent customization options available to them to collect using the in-game currency that is awarded to them. Assuming again that you're not stockpiling those ever so precious shards in the hopes of taking yourself premium. And I know we shouldn't complain about the prices of items in a game that they already let us enjoy for free, and I am aware of the fact that ID Software is not twisting anyone's arm to buy their Battle Pass. I am only giving my opinion on the cost of the value of what they do offer in comparison to other games on the market. Also, I do not encourage or discourage anyone from purchasing said Battle Pass.
Fight.
Number 3, the arenas. Well, as a legendary game series that built its legacy leading the game industry into the modern era of esports, you can probably imagine that the good people at ID Software know a thing or two about how to build their arenas to maximize the user experience. Every map seems to be designed to enhance the chaos. With the way the layouts work, you can tell that there was an emphasis on making sure that you would never be safe for too long. From any one given spot on any map, there will always be multiple ways that enemies can and are closing in on your position, encouraging everyone to always be on the move and never still. The multiple levels to each arena really help add to that sense of looming disaster. Every time you go up a lift, you're sure to tense up as you're never quite sure who or what is at the top. This can also make for fun ambushes, as you can often drop down on an unexpected foe that was running to or from someone else. Each arena has its own theme, unique look, and is good enough that through the fast-paced chaos, you'll never really have too much time to walk around and nitpick the things that may not look overly pleasing. I wouldn't say that the arenas look like anything special, but after spending time inside them fighting for your life and some bragging rights, I'm sure that you'll agree that what they lack in aesthetics, they make up for with function. And with 14 different arenas available, it's just really hard to complain. Alright, so So it's been 24 years since Quake was released, and while not every title they have released has made history, the one thing we can say for sure is that ID Software will go down in history as a developer who helped revolutionize competitive first-person shooters. I am happy to say that I truly enjoyed my time with Quake Champions, and that it would be insanely hard for me not to recommend it to anyone who loves arena-based first-person shooter titles or just really good fast-paced competitive games. I would give Quake Champions a 7 out of 10. It's fun, fast-paced, and absolutely chaotic. It is sure to keep you coming back for more grueling punishment over and over again. And whether or not you decide to pay for the premium battle pass, you are sure to get a premium experience out of this free-to-play game. So that's it, we've come to the end of the video. I want to say thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like button and tell me what you think of Quake Champions in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click on that little bell to make sure you get notified every time we upload so that you can stay up to date on all the latest Mook Nation content. Then, once you're done with that, come check us out on Twitter, MookieStinks11, as well as Facebook and Instagram at MOOKIE. Also, we'll be starting to stream on Twitch here real soon, so go get a follow on us so that you're ready for that. Alright, that's it from me. Stay safe, my friends, and until next time, peace.